Hey everybody, it's Harrison Ring. This may be surprising you that I went to go see a documentary and I'm here to review about it. It's Won't You Be My Neighbor? And it's the story about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood from the PBS Kids show. Yes, like I was telling you, it's the story about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So it really tells about like how he feels when he's like making the show, and it's like how Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was made, and it was like tell stories like when like story about like when how white people were not nice to black people during the neighborhood, and Mr. Rogers was not liking it, and he was like the nicest one. And he was also like being nice to gay people and people on wheelchairs. And he used to like have like a lot of puppets. I mean, since like this Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood has been played for 40 years. And I think it's still going on, yet now they're like making an animated PBS Kids TV show on like Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, but and it tells like the story, how it feels in heart. Like the whole story is like very amazing. It makes me feel like I should give this an A plus, but yeah, it just makes me feel like I should give it an A plus. But the thing is that Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, just Won't You Be My Neighbor, tells a story how Mr. Roger feels and how he was been making the show, and like tells like the story about with like 9/11, the spaceship shuttle, and like how white people were not nice to black people. It's like bad things, and like when like he passed away, it people were not being so nice to him. They were not liking how he was not nice to gay people. The people were like not nice. They were not liking it. They were not. They were not liking how Mr. Rogers was not nice to gay people, black people, and people on wheelchairs. I mean, I'm not trying to be racist here or anything. It just like tells about Mr. Rogers. And the story about Fred Rogers, he's actually my great grandma's uncle, which that's really a bit shocking. But I just think it like tells about a documentary masterpiece. It tells about a masterpiece. So there's no action, no visual effects, no music, just story, no acting, just story, documentary. That's all that. Both of those are a 10 out of 10, but I'm giving Mr. Rogers. No. I'm gonna give Won't You Be My Neighbor an A. It just really tells about how he feels in his heart while he was making the show. And then when like they made like a sketch of SNL, Eddie Murphy was doing it, then the guy was like telling about his reaction. And I think it was like surprisingly good. So maybe when the Oscars gets the nominations, maybe this could get nominated. Won't You Be My Neighbor would get nominated for Best Documentary. So I'll give Won't You Be My Neighbor a 10 out of 10, and it gets an A. So I will see you next time, because on Friday, July 20th, I'm going to do a double movie review. It's gonna be a double featured movie review. When you're gonna see on my title, it'll be the Equalizer 2 plus the first Purge review. So I don't know if that's gonna be true or not, but I hope we'll see about it, okay? So I will see you next time for the Equalizer and the first Purge, and I'm gonna try to get back to the Rocky reviewings, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.